You're watching BUTV, Bloomsburg University Television, the home of the Huskies. A long time ago, in another dimension, a legion of evil apparitions known only as the Reapers plotted the fate of the human race.
Hi, I'm Mike Deschaine.
I'm John Weiand.
We were both cast members of Frightening Fridays. I'm actually the man behind the mask of the Creepy Reaper, and John did a lot of things.
Yeah, I did. I wrote. What else did I do? I wrote. I was.
You were Fogman. He
yeah,
played.
Fogman.
He played some supporting roles.
Minor characters.
Yeah. What you're about to see is actually the pilot episode. It's the first episode. We aired it on Halloween. Is it 2005?
Yeah.
I believe it was 2005.
Yeah.
Halloween night, and this was basically just to see how it ran, what we were capable of, to show the basically the school and everybody who doubted us what we could do. It's very choppy. I mean, there were a lot of mistakes. We were learning as we were going. Everyone had to fall into their character. This was basically, I want to say, this episode, what do you think? Maybe half of it was scripted. We basically had treatments.
Yeah, we just did treatments. We kind of let the actors go with what we outlined for them. So it was really more of a sketch.
Yeah.
Not sketch comedy, but what is it, on the spot for them, just to have to actually think on the fly and act out the whole scene with only having a little bit of direction.
Most of it's improv.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Improv, yep. So,
to the open.
The Creepy Reaper.
Good old Castle Blood.
There's a point in here where I think I fall into a British accent at some point. I'm not sure. We'll talk about it. This is Ben Willis. He plays Cedric, obviously.
This is an original piece.
Yeah, he was really playing this piano.
It's an old piano.
This is kind of a shaky open for an episode, but I mean, it's the first episode. We had to kind of set the scene, kind of introduce some characters. So most of the characters actually you don't see until probably episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think the majority of the characters don't have, at least they're introduced maybe in earlier episodes, but you don't really get to know their character makeup until then, until the 4th episode probably, maybe even 5.
Yeah, you'll be introduced, I think, at the end of this episode to Mauler. Mauler, right? Yeah, Mauler. Like M-A-U-L, mauling was the joke there. With the Axe Files, but here Ben, I mean, this was kind of a off the top of his head as well, so it's kind of shaky, like I said.
Yeah, it was all improv, so I mean, all these actors and actresses are going with very small direction.
Yeah, we all learned. I want to say probably by episode like 4 or 5, we were pretty comfortable in what we were doing. Then we knew everybody. I mean, we were more comfortable acting in front of people.
And the characters finally rounded out by then because people got comfortable, like you said, with everybody else, and they knew what was going on. We had a routine. Everybody knew their role. So
yeah, Creepy is actually supposed to be a bumbling idiot, basically. If you've ever seen Pinky and the Brain, I related to that.
That was a great show.
Yeah, well, I related to that because, I mean, basically, he's kind of like, I don't even know. He's almost like the brain who wants to take over the world at the time. He's surrounded by bumbling idiots, and he's basically one himself. So, because watch this, what's coming up here, you'll actually see how he's a bumbling idiot. He tells him to go to the East Wing, and he points to the wrong direction. He's like, oh, right, the West Wing. Yeah, that's it.
Doing the voice already.
Yeah, just habit. I'm trying to. I have no. Half the time, look, I'm looking at the wrong camera. Even half the time, I have no idea what movie we're talking about, or like I've never seen them. I was just told what I was told like 5 minutes before we started shooting. Here's this button. This button on the mask. There's a button I had to hit. We taped to my chest, and I'm glad we kind of got rid of that towards the end.
We axed it after, I think, the 3rd episode. I think it broke.
That hood, that was actually an ad-lib that happened. The hood kept falling. That hood was a pain in my ass.
We velcroed it down.
Yeah, if you actually look right here, you can see my arm.
Pale white skin.
Yeah, there was a lot of things we had to basically learn as we went. That hood kept falling, so we had somebody get some Velcro that we stuck to the inside of the hood so it would stay there. Katie, what's her last name?
Simpson.
Katie Simpson actually sewed some black onto those gloves and put elastic on them so they didn't, my arms wouldn't show, things like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we did all that kinds of that.
See, we kind of learned stuff as we're going on.
Wish I knew what happened to those that costume actually.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to everything in this show. It's a shame.
They probably tossed it.
Yeah, I really wanted that big stone angel because that set was a beast. That was a monster set.
Right.
As far as a college TV show, I mean, it took up the whole corner. I mean, it wasn't a large studio, but it had a good chunk of it.
Right. Well, now we're gonna go down to the video vault. That's where we'd go to a commercial here, actually. I'm sorry, we didn't go to a commercial there. We went to the movie, is what we would show. Actually, I don't think the movie's included on this DVD, because that would be entirely too large and too long.
Yeah. The movie for this episode is Night of the Living Dead. It was the first one. Again, it was our Halloween show. So we decided to show that as a George Romero classic.
Right. The joke here is that we usually go down to the video vault to unlock tonight's movie, or the movie for that evening. Igor, who's played by Joel Stevenson, is actually in the vault, has already started the movie, but Creepy, being the idiot he is, didn't know that. So that's the little joke that I don't know if anybody got, actually. Here's Count Numbskull. He's
voiced by Matt Colosimo.
Yeah, the same voice of Moeller, who's actually Matt Colosimo, like you just said.
You'll see him later in this episode.
We ended up axing Count Numbskull out of there, too, in later episodes because you could tell it was Matt, and it was kind of annoying.
The voices had changed over several episodes he was in.
Plus, there's only...
He was in the award show, too.
Yeah, you're right. Well, there's only so much you can do with that stupid dancing skull, anyway.
And a robotic character, I mean...
Right.
It's not going to go very far. It's not like he can walk or anything.
Wait a minute, wait, we're getting off track.
So Creepy wants to get into the vault, and Count Numbskull is pretty much being a numbskull. And
hence the name.
Right? It's making it hard on him.
What songs did he sing? He sang the one Rick James song. I know that.
I can't really remember.
I don't either. But I just remember he sang like 3 different songs.
Should have sang Let's Get It On.
Yeah.
Here's this pounding joke got old too as the show went on, so we kind of stopped doing that as well.
Yeah, I think it lasted this episode. Really.
Yeah, and you can actually see as we started getting more creative and see what the show was about. Basically, because of under the direction of Eric Sprouse, he had kind of a like a set vision as to where he wanted the basis of the show to go.
Yeah.
So we kind of rode around that, made different things happen in between.
It's already on.
Yeah, definitely. You can see Igor has his name on his chest. Did we keep that?
That's actually his sweatshirt that he turned inside out. That was the same sweatshirt that kid wore every day of his life, as a coat, as a shirt, as a, whatever. He went swimming in it, I think. I have no idea.
Wait, did we keep that, though? I don't remember that.
He ended up wearing that scarecrow costume.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But,
somebody made that.
He bought it.
Oh.
But, yeah, I hate to smell that sweatshirt by the end of the season. Joel actually, you can't see it now, you'll see it in later episodes, but Joel actually let his beard grow for this role on purpose until the end of the season. So he let that grow for 2 semesters, and then at the end of the season, he shaved it off, shaved his head when we had the award show.
Yeah, he went completely hairless. I think all he had left was
this noise got very annoying.
Yeah, it did.
It really did. So we kind of did away with that as well. And we're back to the 3rd scene of the episode here. We're kind of stretching some things.
Yeah, we were talking about the noise in the scepter and Creepy scepter that he has.
I mean, here's Creepy talking. You know, he's just kind of babbling about.
Hamming it up.
He's talking about his quest for world domination and things like that.
Finest pieces of work, if you ask me. This has become quite the tradition here at Castle Blood. Watching this.
And here, Gigi is introduced as the bumbling idiot maid.
Yep. Played
That
by
was
Leah Wagenblood.
Leah Wagenblood, and yeah, that was kind of typecasted.
Yeah, just a tad.
She'll deny it, but she really is that flaky. Pretty sure. Love you, Leah.
And here they're just doing some kind of banter.
He's telling her to go clean something, and she says, yeah, "That's what I'm doing. Yeah, there's nothing in there." Like, yeah. And this is where we got Creepy. Kind of had an obsession with her rear end, we'd say.
Yeah.
And you'll see this as she walks away.
That joke actually lasted for pretty long through the season.
It was kind of funny to us. Eventually, we tried to get it away
phased
from.
it out. She's dusting the amazing looking.
Yeah,
set
see, there's the ass thing. He's looking. He is looking,
there.
and he is still looking.
Sitting on his big gravestone chair.
That's why.
Yeah, that was a regular like desk chair,
That was a
and
desk chair that we dressed up.
we
with-
put a sheet over it and put that grave or tombstone behind it just for a make it look like it was like a throne. It turned out really well.
We mounted the we mounted the skulls on
Yeah,
the.
yeah, those are plastic skulls that we hollowed out and not hollowed out, but like opened up and mounted them on there, stapled them to the
open
chair.
and stuck them on the ends of the chairs, or on the ends of the chairs.
Here's Igor. I wonder how much money we had wrapped up into that set.
I have no idea.
If you guys look at the brick walls in the back, those were actually bought at, I want to say it was like Home Depot or Walmart, something like that. It was a
Lowe's,
Halloween.
One of them.
It was a Halloween, just plastic bricks. I mean, it looked really cool on TV.
Yeah, we took spray paint to them too to give them an older
Yeah.
feel. Although you really can't. I mean, you can see in some scenes, but others it's
And
kind of harder.
Here he's going back to the movie. And this was just after the movie. It should be all clipped together, actually. Here we're back on Ben playing the piano, and he is the one who... I'm sorry, Ben Cedric. He's the one who hit the lights because he was tired of, all this idiocracy, if you want to say that.
Yeah. I mean, he has
So-
the lights on the piano, but other than that,
His character actually has a deep resentment, maybe, for the Creepy Reaper. He pretty much hates him.
yeah,
But-
he's basically the boss
But
of
he,
him.
yeah, but he stays back as his butler. But he tries to foil him at every cost, or make him look like an idiot even more so. That's Cedric's role. Or sometimes he's the brains of the operation.
Yeah, he gets a pretty large part towards the end, towards the middle of the series.
And we always had Cedric. I think towards the end of the season, we sometimes got away from this, but we usually had Cedric do a little bit of background on the movie. Some interesting facts like this crash here, which you could tell is very. We probably could have done better.
Yeah, well,
But
at the time, that's what they had. So
yeah, and certain little
movie tidbits and
yeah.
stuff
And
like that.
Talking about like how the zombies, people who played the extras, the zombies were paid like, I want to say it was something like $50 and lunch for the day, or $100, something like that. I mean, it's like they got paid like the standard extra salary. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing.
Yeah.
Not very good pay, if you ask me. Oh, very interesting. The insurance company, as a publicity stunt, actually gave out a $50,000 insurance policy on the movie.
And the lights come back
In
on.
case anyone
He did a good job with researching that. Well, I think most of the movies we did
Wait,
do.
in here I say zombies instead of, no, I say mummies instead of zombies. That's what I said. And that was honestly a screw up on my part.
I'm sure you have nothing.
And so we just kept it, and he's like, yes, the mummies, sir. So,
Let's go to a commercial.
and
Learned how to roll. A lot of you got, or all the actors and actresses learned how to roll with the punches here.
Right, we did. We had to learn real quick. And with what you said, exactly, we had to learn really quick, and this might be an example of it.
I have a brain.
Cedric's in his full suit there and sneakers.
What's that supposed to be?
Actually, here, this is something we want to do, a kind of a basic special effect, or a cool, like he's supposed to turn Cedric into something, but if you look, Creepy has his staff turned the wrong way, and somebody walks on the stage, GG, and zap, she's a tree.
A tree.
And he's looking, Creepy's confused, what's going on here?
Most of the things that they turned into were actually props that were on other sets, or we dragged in from the hallway, or the radio station, or anything we could get our hands on.
Anything random, that just something goofy.
I think there's a BU football helmet coming up soon.
I think it was the actual football.
Oh, really? It was football?
Yeah. And since Creepy's a bumbling idiot, he didn't know what to do. I mean, he doesn't know how to change her back. He's like, oh, that was supposed to be you. I don't know. Look at the light action in the back, the lantern.
Yeah, the
Wait,
little...
so there's the football.
There's the football.
On a stool. That's actually a little cheap. We weren't allowed to have real flames. So that's like, you ever see those...
It's like Halloween things.
What do you call it? Fabric. It's a piece of fabric and a light,
and it
basically.
flows, and there's a light under it.
Pretty neat to know.
And that big thing that's behind it with the skeleton is resting against a chair. That's the only thing that was holding that
I didn't even know that.
ordeal up. Yeah, because it almost fell on me several times.
That night, Eric told me that night was, in a lot of things, and that's his baby. Now look, we have what is going on? That's his baby. He tries to keep hold of that night.
Yeah, that's I think everything he's done.
Probably not. I don't know if you can do that, but
well,
I try
majority.
to keep. I try to put my car in everything I've ever done, and
Really?
so far I've
I did not
succeeded.
know that.
I do. That's my little thing. I don't know why. It just always happened, and I decided to make it my thing. And here's two Cedrics. What's going on? It's confusion. This movie magic. Oh, how'd we do that? Be a ficus. Ficus was one of those moths.
Yeah, I know. I just like
No,
saying
no,
ficus.
it's not. I'm just kidding.
Come on, it's a fun word. Ficus.
And here Gigi comes back like, what are you guys doing? Trying to turn you back into what you used to be.
Talking about
No,
the set
leave me
too,
alone.
there's that big window-looking thing behind Creepy was a pain in the butt to paint. That took like 3 days to paint.
Yeah, it's made with like saran wrap and like
Plastic,
chewing
and,
gum.
Yeah, and some kind of weird paint that we found, and like tape.
And we go back to the movie, actually, which you can't see. And in this upcoming scene, actually, we'll see John's debut on the show.
Yes, my wonderful one. What? This is, I think, the second. No, this is the first time of 2 that I'm actually on
What was the other?
this show. I was in one of the other scenes.
He like
as
walked
an
by.
extra. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But,
This is here. Creepy's talking about how much he loves Halloween because it's his holiday and he's creepy.
and he's creepy.
Basically, we're just trying to take up time, is what we were doing. I mean,
This is filler.
really it is. We had no clue what the hell was going on.
Like we said, this was our first show. This is the first
And-
time half of us did TV, not professionally, but in an environment like that. And a lot of us were just going on what we knew from other TV shows that we've seen.
Right, and here these trick-or-treaters is it John and Janine, I think.
It's
You and Janine?
No, it's me and Tiff Stewart.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think they tried to get Janine to do it, but she wouldn't do it. And I was the only sucker that
John-
would do it.
John's the one in the mask. You can barely hear him.
Yeah, I played Billy, the kid that got eaten.
Yeah, he didn't have a mic on, if I recall right. He's trying to go off of
Yeah, that's why
Tiff's mic.
Because...
Actually, here's a little tidbit of information. Pretty much every piece of equipment we ever tried to use at the BU studio either was broken or didn't work, or it's really ridiculous. I mean, they should have spent some money on some things for us to learn. We pay to go there, that's why we left.
Yeah, we're in a better place now.
And we thought it was a little joke. Igor or Billy meet Igor. Igor eat Billy.
Yeah, that was my lame debut of all, but. So yeah, here's Creepy kind of throwing it back to...
Here's that hood again. Throwing it back to a commercial, I believe. No, yes, he's going to a commercial.
Creepy commercial.
And this was just after the movie. It should be all clipped together, actually. And with what you said, exactly, we had to learn really quick, and this might be an example of it.
There's that mask again.
Yeah, we gotta. Glad we got rid of that. I'm glad we added the echo later on too. The laugh makes it less cheesy.
Yeah.
You know, this show is really supposed to be cheesy. And this actually, the fan mail thing, this was, we had nothing.
We were reaching.
That was on purpose, by the way, the letter thing. I remember doing that on purpose. I'm just that good.
Didn't you write this letter? I think you actually wrote it.
No, I didn't. I think a couple of the girls did.
Yeah,
it's
I
from
remember.
Hillary Duff, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I forget the girl's name who read it. You actually would not believe that she had that voice in her. Can't remember her name.
I don't know.
But yeah, this is basically, like we said, taking up time. I mean, really, there's probably a lot of stuff in TV shows, especially like this was live to tape. So,
Yeah.
especially shows like that where if it's pretty much think of like SNL. I mean, it's pretty much ad-libbed or improv'd.
Yeah,
So it's just kind of.
this is exactly along those lines. I mean, a lot of these scenes we'd shoot them in the order that we could, just to figure out how the show would go together.
Yeah, some of them were out of order, or we had to
Half
go
the
on
time we'd
scene.
still be writing the scene or fixing the scene while we were shooting it. So
He giggled. Did you see it?
yeah,
Little babies and
there's that pumpkin.
I think that was the best prop we had on this show.
Yeah,
Actually,
it actually makes it kind of makes that whole like little scene where you're sitting on the chair. Because other than the chair, there's nothing besides you
you're right. I think it just looks kind of cool. And the lights go out, and you still see the pumpkin face.
and the blinking of the mask.
Dude, fuck that mask.
the rest of our show.
I don't want to hit it.
And we're at the final scene of the episode, where we kind of wrap everything up. Nothing really comes together in the first episode, just because we're kind of
Wasn't that movie gassed?
We're setting the stage for the rest of the series.
yeah. I mean, you'll see in the end here what happens.
Oh no.
You could see the floor in the shot in the back. I don't know if anybody caught that. You see the tile floor
That makes me sad.
under the black.
Right there,
back,
right there. Yep, you're right.
How many times do I
Yeah, this
Dust in your face.
This was kind of a weird ending. She's like, let's dance! And he's trying to, no, I don't like dancing. I don't dance. But,
It kind of reminds me of the old Batman 60s series where they just break out into dance.
like Frankie in a net
Yeah.
or whatever.
Beach party dance.
Now Cedric wants to play some music. No, I hate music. I hate dancing. Oh, and
And
here we
Numbskull runs out.
will come.
Somebody had to push him out.
Right.
Of course, Creepy's yelling at everybody, freaking out.
And Gigi actually is on the dance team at Bloom. I know she was. I don't know if she
Oh, really?
is.
There's Joel
Still.
breaking a hip almost. Doing his own moves.
Hey, here's me busting a move. Look at that. That is pro right there. I'm going on. So you think you can dance? Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Are you gonna be on the 3rd season?
And here's Moeller. Here's Matt
there's
Colosimo.
the man behind the voice of
He
Numbskull.
caught the episode that aired of Frightening Fridays, and it was an illegal broadcast. He thinks there's something up. He's pretty sure there's something crazy going on, so he wants to check it out. Makes a little list of psychotic madman, 24 hours a day, Castle Blood.
Still alive.
He wants to know if the Creep Reaper exists, and everybody thinks he's crazy.
He's got a nice little hat there.
Yeah, the hat was a bit much, so I'm glad we did away with the hat.
Yeah.
Basically, what's coming up here, right here, to be continued. Well, we actually danced to roll, like, the credits over. I kind of thought, I wasn't quite the fan. It made us look like we were a fun crew, things like that.
Playful.
Yeah, but it was a bit much, so. The director, Eric Sprouse, actually gave everyone a nickname If you can see, like Mean Janine Javitsky and
Murdering
Mike Deschaine right there. Yeah.
I don't even think I was on credit for this episode.
Yeah.
I didn't see my name.
Fogman. That was just something cute he did. You know.
I'm in the. Oh yeah.
To
They
go
don't
for
even
the
know how
show.
to spell my name.
Sorry, John. There's all kinds of little things that we could clue you in on in upcoming episodes that we were going to do some commentary on.
You just keep watching.
Of Frightening Friday. But we'd like to thank you for listening to us, and
See you next time.
see you next time.
You're watching BUTV, Bloomsburg University Television, the home of the Huskies.